What is up, 7th grade math? This is lesson 84. Our objective for today is how do you work with algebraic expressions? And before we start working with them much, we're going to need to learn several terms, which I've written out here on this first slide. And the first term is term. Terms in mathematics are part of an algebraic expression, and they have, so it's either a variable, a number, or the product of those two. So I'll just write a few examples here. Maybe x would be an example of a term, or 7x, or xyz, or 32x squared yq. Those are all examples of terms, because notice here's another example of term, just 3. These are all examples of terms because it's either a number or a variable or the product of numbers and variables. Okay? A polynomial is an algebraic expression that contains one or more terms. So one or more terms. A monomial is one term. So these things I drew right up here are all monomials because they're all just a single term. So I'll just maybe rewrite some examples of them here. 3x, 5x squared, 13xyz. Those are examples of monomials. Binomials are where there's two terms, and we can distinguish terms from each other because they're always separated with plus signs or with minus signs. So like x plus 2, that's a binomial. X squared plus x, that's binomial. 17 plus 32x to the third q, that's a binomial. So trinomials are ones with 3 terms. So maybe something like x squared plus 2x plus 3, or 7 plus q plus r, or x plus xy plus y. Those are all trinomials. A constant term is a monomial with no variables. So it's going to be something like 7 or -3 or 42 or something like that. So it's just, we call them constant terms because there's no variable in them, they don't change. And then like terms are terms that have the same number of the same variables. So like maybe 3x squared and 5x squared. I said squared and wrote a 5. These two are like terms. Similarly, 4x and -3x are like terms. This one is like terms with that one. However, something like 3x squared and 7x, these are not like terms because this first one has 2 x's in it, right? X squared. This one just has 1 x in it. So these are not like terms. Maybe another example of like terms would be xyz and zyx. These are like terms because they have the same variables and the same number of each of them, even though they're in a little bit different order. However, if it was like xyz squared and xy squared z, these ones would not be, because although they have the same variables, this one has 2 y's. Sorry, this one has 1 y, that one has 2 y's, this one has 2 z's, this one has 1 z. Those are not like terms. Let's just do a couple of these. This is example 1. It says use the commutative and associative properties to collect like terms. in this algebraic expression. So we're going to collect those like terms together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch those order. Because remember, it's what we call the commutative property. We can switch the order. So this is going to be the same thing as 3x plus y minus y. And now we'll use the associative property. I'm going to add these two together, 3x plus x plus y minus y. Well, 3x's plus just 1x is going to give me 4x's. And then y minus y is going to be 0, which is going to give me 4x. Collect like terms in this algebraic expression. So I'm just going to use different symbols to try to write these together here. Notice this is an x squared, and this is an x squared, so I can combine those two together. The first one, I have 2x squared. The second one, I just have 1x squared. So 2x squared plus 1x squared is going to give me 3x squareds. And then I can use, or this is a 3x, so there's just 1x in that one. And that's just an x. So I can combine those two together. So 3x's minus 1x's is going to give me 2x's. And then notice I have this constant term here and this constant term here. So 4 minus 1 is going to be 3. So it's going to be plus 3. And that'd be the answer for that one. Your homework is found on page 583. You can do the practice set. You can do all of the 84s from the lesson. And you're going to pick 5 more that you think you can do, that you find interesting and you need practice on. So good luck with that.